What's up, everybody? It's your boy, Mr. Professor Finance, and today we need to talk about something that is personally attacking your wallet right now: gas prices. If you filled up your tank this week and thought, that felt more expensive, congratulations, you are correct. And it's about to get worse, because right now there is a war happening in the Middle East. A tiny little waterway is shut down, and somewhere a gas station owner is rubbing his hands together like a supervillain. So today, I'm going to explain exactly why gas prices go up, who's making money when they do, and why the whole system is basically designed to take your money as fast as possible. Class is in session. All right, let me introduce you to the most important piece of water you've never thought about. This is the Strait of Hormuz. It's about 21 miles wide at its narrowest point. That's it, 21 miles. You could swim across it if you were really motivated and also insane. But here's the thing. About 20% of the entire world's oil supply passes through this one little hallway every single day. That's roughly 20 million barrels of oil. Every single day. Through a gap that's narrower than most people's commute to work. So when the United States and Israel launched strikes on Iran this weekend, and Iran said, "Oh, you want to play like that?" and started firing on ships and threatening to shut the whole thing down, the oil market collectively lost its mind. Shipping companies like Maersk immediately said, "Nope, we're not sending our tankers through there." Insurance companies said, "We're not covering anything that goes through there." And just like that, poof, 20% of the world's oil is stuck. Now here's what's wild. Iran didn't even have to physically block the strait. They just had to make it scary enough that the insurance companies pulled coverage. The insurance adjusters, not the military, shut down global oil shipping. A guy with a clipboard and a risk assessment has more power over your gas prices than an aircraft carrier. So what happened to oil prices? Well, before the strikes, a barrel of Brent crude, that's the global benchmark, was sitting at about $73. Not great, not terrible. Markets open after the weekend and boom, it shoots up past $79. That's a 9% jump in one day. Now 9% might not sound like a lot until you remember that the global economy runs on this stuff. Your car runs on it. The trucks that deliver your groceries run on it. The planes that fly your Amazon packages run on it. Even the machines that make the products you buy run on it. Oil is not just gas. Oil is everything. And experts are saying if this thing drags on, if the strait stays shut down for weeks, oil could hit $100 a barrel. The last time that happened was back in 2022 when Russia invaded Ukraine. And you know what happened then? Gas hit $5.02 a gallon nationally. $5 for gas. People were taking out second mortgages to fill up their SUVs. And here's the kicker. The president said this war could last up to 5 weeks. 5 weeks. That's 5 weeks of no oil flowing through the most important shipping lane on Earth. Every day that strait stays closed, the price goes up. And every time the price goes up, guess who pays? Now let's talk about something that makes absolutely no sense but happens every single time. Gas prices go up immediately when oil goes up, like within hours. Some gas stations raised their prices before the oil markets even opened on Monday. They saw the news over the weekend and said, "You know what? Let me just go ahead and get a head start on ripping people off." But here's the thing. The gas that is in the tank at your local station right now, that gas was bought weeks ago at the OLD price. They already paid for it. The price of oil going up today does not change what they paid for the gas that is literally already underground. But they raise the price anyway, because they can. Analysts call this rockets and feathers. Gas prices go up like a rocket. Fast, explosive, immediate. But when oil prices come back down, then gas prices float down like a feather. Slow, gentle, taking their sweet time. It took gas stations about 4 months to lower prices after the 2022 spike. 4 months. But they raised them in 4 hours. And the real comedy? Gas had just dropped below $3 for the first time in 4 years. People were posting on social media like, "Finally, cheap gas." The vibes were immaculate. Then, boom, war. The universe said, "Ha, you thought." But wait, it gets worse. Because gas prices going up is just the first domino. Here comes the chain reaction that's about to ruin your whole spring. First, shipping costs. Every single product you buy got to the store on a truck. Trucks run on diesel. Diesel prices are already up 12%. So now it costs more to ship everything. And who eats that cost? Is it the shipping company? Is it the retailer? No, my friend, it is you. It is always you. Second, groceries. Food prices were already high because of tariffs. Oh, you thought we were done talking about tariffs? No, no, no. The government slapped tariffs on imports, which made everything more expensive. Then the Supreme Court said those tariffs were illegal, and then the government immediately put new tariffs on through a different law. It's like whack-a-mole, but every mole is a tax increase on your grocery bill. The average American household is already paying $600 to $800 more per year because of tariffs alone. Now add rising fuel costs on top of that. Your grocery bill isn't going up because avocados got fancier. It's going up because it costs more to put the avocado on the truck, drive the truck to the store, and keep the store's lights on. Third, airlines. Jet fuel is literally just refined oil. So every time oil goes up, flying gets more expensive, and airlines don't eat that cost. They add fuel surcharges. Remember those? They started adding them in 2022 and, wait for it, they never took them off. They just kept them. Because once a company finds a way to charge you more, they do not voluntarily stop. And fourth, your DoorDash order, your Uber, your Amazon delivery. All of these services have built-in fuel adjustments that automatically go up when gas goes up. Your burrito didn't get more expensive because they added extra guac. It got more expensive because the guy who delivered it paid $4 a gallon to bring it to you. So while you're out here paying $4 a gallon and crying into your steering wheel, let's talk about who is thriving right now. Because somebody is always making money when prices go up. That's the first rule of economics. Your pain is someone else's profit margin. First, oil companies. When oil prices spike, their profit per barrel goes through the roof. They didn't suddenly find more oil. They didn't work harder. The oil was already there. The cost to pull it out of the ground didn't change, but the price they sell it for just jumped 9% overnight. That's pure profit, baby. Second, commodity traders. These are the people who buy and sell oil futures, basically bets on what oil will cost in the future. When there's chaos and uncertainty, prices swing wildly, and traders make money on every swing. War is bad for everyone except the guy who bet that oil would go up on Monday morning. Third, and this one is going to make you mad, gas station owners who raise their prices early. Remember, they bought that gas weeks ago at the old price. They're now selling it at the new price. The difference? Pure gravy. Some stations are making an extra 20 to 30 cents per gallon on gas they already had. That's like buying a concert ticket for $50 and selling it for $80 because someone started a rumor the show might be canceled. And finally, OPEC announced they'd help by increasing production by 206,000 barrels a day. Sounds like a lot, right? The world uses 100 million barrels a day. That increase is 0.2%. That's like your house is on fire and someone hands you a Dixie cup of water and says, "I'm doing my part." Now, just to make things extra fun, let's talk about the tariff situation. Because your wallet isn't just getting hit from one direction, it's getting a full 360 attack. Here's the timeline. For most of 2025, the government had massive tariffs on imports using something called IEEPA, the International Emergency Economic Powers Act. These tariffs pushed the average rate up to about 17%, the highest since 1932. That is not a typo. 1932. We're talking Great Depression-era tariff levels. Then, on February 20th, the Supreme Court said, actually no, the president can't do that. IEEPA doesn't give him the power to impose tariffs. 6-3 ruling. Done. So the tariffs were struck down. Great, right? Prices should go down? Well, within hours, the president signed new tariffs under a completely different law, Section 122 of the Trade Act, 10% on everything. Then the next day, he bumped it to 15%. So now you've got 15% tariffs making your imported goods more expensive, plus rising oil and gas prices making it more expensive to ship those goods, plus businesses passing those costs to you because they're not eating them anymore. It's a triple threat, a perfect storm of your money disappearing. The Tax Foundation estimates that all of this combined is costing the average household about $700 extra per year. And that was before gas started spiking this week. All right, so what can you actually do? Because I'm not just here to ruin your day. I'm here to ruin your day and give you a game plan. That's the Mr. Professor Finance difference. Number 1, use a gas price app. Gas Buddy, Gas Guru, whatever. Prices can vary by 30 to 50 cents per gallon between stations that are literally across the street from each other. The gas station closer to the highway, more expensive. The one 2 blocks off the main road, cheaper. The gas is the same. The location markup is not. Number 2, fill up early in the week. Historically, gas prices tend to be lowest on Mondays and Tuesdays and highest on Thursdays and Fridays when people are filling up for the weekend. Is this a hard rule? No. But every little bit counts when you're bleeding money. Number 3, and I cannot stress this enough, do not panic buy gas. Every time there's a crisis, people rush to fill up their tanks, their gas cans, their bathtubs. I don't know what some of y'all are doing, but panic buying creates artificial demand, which makes prices go up even faster. You are literally making the problem worse. Please, calm down. Number 4, look at your driving habits. Combine trips, carpool, take the bus if you can. I know. Take the bus is the financial advice equivalent of just stop being poor. But genuinely, if you can cut even 2 or 3 trips a week, you're saving real money, especially right now. And there you have it. That's why your gas prices went up, who's making money from it, and what you can do about it. Is it fair? No. Is the whole system kind of designed to squeeze regular people? A little bit? Yeah. Am I going to fix it? Absolutely not. I have a stick figure budget. But here's the thing. The more you understand how this works, the harder it is for people to catch you off guard. Knowledge doesn't fill your gas tank, but it does stop you from panic buying 40 gallons of premium unleaded into a kiddie pool. If this video helped you, or at least made you feel something while your bank account cries, hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell so you don't miss the next one. Drop a comment telling me how much you paid for gas this week. I want to see the damage. Until next time, stay smart, stay informed, and for the love of God, do not fill your bathtub with gasoline. Mr. Professor Finance, out.